What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying life today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2024 Volvo XC40 Recharge Plus Extended Range. Huge thank you to Mike C over at Beyer Volvo Cars of Dulles, Virginia for allowing me to do this video for you guys today. If you are interested in this particular XC40 Recharge or any Volvo product, I'll be sure to have Mike's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. One thing that's interesting about Volvo Recharge products is that when you step out of them, the vehicles actually turn off. There's no on or off button. So normally what I'll do in my videos is I'll take some B-roll of the headlights and the taillights showing you what they look like when they are on, so you get a little visualization of that. But because of that feature, I'm not able to do that. So I do apologize in advance. But anyways, just like usual, first I'm going to talk about the exterior and the performance. So like I said, this is a 2024 Volvo XC40 Recharge Plus Extended Range, and this particular one has been painted in Silver Dawn. I wanted to preface this video by saying for 2024, Volvo introduced the single motor variant of the XC40 Recharge, and essentially it is rear-wheel drive and it increases the range. That's why they call it the extended range. You also get two new exterior color options, including Cloud Blue and Vapor Gray, and then you also get updated wheel options on both the Core and the Plus trim levels. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the headlights, then I'm going to work my way down and around into the back end. So this particular XC40 has been optioned with the $350 Pixel technology headlights, and as standard you get automatic high beams, LED daytime running lights, LED turn signals, and LED fog lights with cornering. Now, taking a step back and to the left, this looks very similar to the gas-powered variant of the XC40. However, you may be able to tell, this being the electric version, you get that body color grille panel with the Volvo logo located at the center. One thing that's interesting is that because this is electric, it doesn't need a bunch of air, forced into the engine for combustion and stuff like that. So that is why you basically just get a grille panel, Volvo logo at the center, and then just beneath your Volvo lettering is where you will find your forward-facing camera. That forward-facing camera works with your 360-degree view camera system that you get as standard with the Plus. And then coming down just a little bit more, you get this gloss black trim piece, and that kind of about does it for the upper grille. Now, speaking of the grille, you also get a lower grille, but your lower grille is satin black, and you also get outer grills in gloss black. So gloss black down here, satin black, and then you also get a satin black front fascia. You also get 6 forward-facing sensors on the front end here, and this being the Recharge, you get a front trunk. So if you wanted to open up your front trunk, you open up your door, you pull on this right here, and then that will give you access into this little thing right here that you pull up on, and that will reveal your front trunk. But this is your front trunk, so there's really not all that much storage space down in here. However, if you took this piece out right here, you may be able to set a small backpack or a small duffel bag. That is your tire inflator kit, because you do not get a spare tire. But yeah, a decent amount of storage space, but at least it's nice to see that there is a little bit of storage space here in the front trunk. You also have your windshield washer reservoir right there as well, and that's kind of about it for what we got going on under the front hood. And then one more thing I wanted to mention is that you do get 6.9 inches of ground clearance with the Recharge. Now, like I said, you get that satin black front fascia, and that satin black front fascia leads into your satin black wheel arch moldings. This particular vehicle has been optioned with the $800 20-inch 5-spoke black diamond cut wheels, and these wheels are wrapped in 235/45 in the front and 255/40 in the rear Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tires. So this is not a square stance vehicle. You get the thicker tires there in the rear because that is what is powering this vehicle forward. So here is a look at the tread pattern on those tires right there, and then also as standard you do get rain sensing wipers. But coming on down the side with the Recharge, you get gloss black exterior trim. So with that in mind, you get these gloss black mirror caps with integrated turn signals, and as standard, these side view mirrors are heated, power folding. Both mirrors are auto dimming. You will find your blind spot monitoring on the upper left hand side of your driver's side mirror and on the upper right hand side of your passenger side mirror, and then all the way down here on both sides of your side view mirrors you'll get a camera, and again that camera works with your 360-degree view camera system that you get as standard with the Plus trim level. Here's a little side profile of the XC40 here on the side. So like I just said, with the Recharge, you get the gloss black exterior trim. So you do get these gloss black roof rails at the top. Then you get some satin black window trim at the top of the windows, but you get some gloss black window trim here at the bottom of the windows. You also get body color door handles with keyless access and illumination. You get keyless access on all 4 of your door handles. And then right here is a little light, and that is what I'm referring to as illumination. And then all the way at the bottom of all of your passenger doors, you get some satin black door cladding. And then coming down here on the side, I'm gonna have to unlock the vehicle, I believe, in order to access the charge port. So you get your charge port here on the driver's side. This is what the charge port looks like. So this does support Type 2 and CCS charging. This is your Type 2 charge port. And then down here, you have your CCS charge port. So basically, this is for slow at-home charging, and this is for your rapid charging. I'm gonna close that back up. Close that back up, and then we're going to come up here and take a look at our body color shark fin antenna. You also get a body color roof spoiler. However, this one's been optioned with the $430 gloss black trunk spoiler. So it's basically like a spoiler extension. Makes the exterior look a little bit sporty here at the rear end. I think that's pretty cool. Then you also get your Recharge embossed into your C-pillars right about there. And then here's a rear 3/4 shot of what this vehicle looks like. You do get LED taillights. I think they are on at the moment, so there's a little view of what those look like. LED taillights is standard. You get the chrome badging back here. You get a rear window defroster. You get your rear wiper. And then coming down underneath here, if you do a kick motion and you step back, that will open up your lift gate. You may be able to tell that you do get a power lift gate. That does come standard. And then this vehicle has also been optioned with the $475 protection package, which gives you the all-weather floor mats, which can be found in this bag. Then it also gives you the first aid kit and the cargo tray back here, which is basically like a rubberized mat for the trunk area. Here are, or this is really your charging cable. Here's what that looks like. Obviously that does come with the vehicle. And then if you lift up underneath here, this is your cargo cover. So basically that would go about right here. So it would open and close with the trunk. It basically would block the view of the contents that you have in your trunk when the trunk is closed. And then coming up just a little bit more, you have your jack right there, which is kind of interesting that this comes with a jack because there is no spare tire. But then on this side with the Plus, you get a 12-volt power outlet, and then you do get 60/40 second row seats. This is the 60%, this is the 40%, and they are fold flat second row seats. You do get those power folding headrests also with the Plus. You can see you get quite a bit of additional storage space with those second row seats down, and that's kind of about it for what we got going on here in the trunk area. Then you get these 2 functions right here. On the left, that is going to close the power lift gate, and then on the right, that is going to close the power lift gate and lock the vehicle. But I'm just going to close the power lift gate. This is your backup camera right there. And now let's finish things off here at the rear end, shall we? So coming down just a little bit, you get a satin black rear bumper with 6 integrated parking sensors. You also get those 2 reflectors, but those reflectors also double as your rear fog lights. I wish I could show you what that looks like, but I can't. And then you also finally get a gloss black rear valance back here, and that kind of about does it for the exterior of the XC40 Recharge. Let me know your thoughts and opinions so far on the XC40 Recharge in the comment section down below. Honestly, this is probably one of the nicer EVs that I've driven, and it's one that I actually truly do like, and the reason being is that it feels on the interior and then also looks on the exterior very similar to its gas counterpart. So it doesn't look super futuristic, super like out of place, which is personally something that I really appreciate about certain manufacturers with their EVs. They don't make their EVs look too outlandish, too different, which again is something that I appreciate. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into performance. While yes, we do have a hood to pop, we have no engine to take a look at. So I figured what better place to talk about the performance statistics than here in the driver's seat. So with that in mind, you get an 82 kilowatt hour battery pack that works with one singular rear electric motor. Total output is 248 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a single speed transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 6.9 seconds. And this being the extended range, you get 293 miles of range with rear wheel drive. The extended range is rear wheel drive. You get one singular electric motor. However, if you wanted the all-wheel drive, you might want to look into getting the dual motor. Not only do you make more power, but you do get 39 less miles of range with the dual motor, but it is peppier. It is all-wheel drive. So if you want the peppiness and the all-wheel drive, you might want to look into getting the dual motor. However, if you're going for something with more range, but you still want a peppy driving experience, then I think the extended range will be just fine for you because this thing is still plenty peppy. But if you're enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers and I cannot reach my goal without your support. I put a lot of time and effort into making these videos. So if you're enjoying the video, if you've learned anything from the video thus far, please just take a second, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and hit that subscribe button. The likes and comments in particular look very good for my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and that is what helps me grow, but only if you're enjoying the video. I'd appreciate it if you do those 3 things. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. Moving on into the interior, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you do get keyless access. So all you have to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up to the vehicle, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle will unlock. You can also lock the vehicle by running your finger across this little box right here, and now the vehicle is locked. I did want to walk you through what the key fob looks like as well as the functions on the key fob. So most of the key fob is satin black. On this side, you have your panic function, and then on this side, you have your lock function, your unlock function, and your power lift gate function. But with that stuff out of the way, let's take a look at what the interior on the XC40 Recharge has to offer. So this particular one has the charcoal suede with the Microtech upholstery. The suede is this, the Microtech is basically like a synthetic leather kind of material. But we're gonna start with the door panel over here. So this is some Microtech upholstery. You get a nicely padded armrest. You get a little bit of that like topographic look here with the trim, a satin chrome looking door handle, a speaker, 2 memory seat adjustment settings. You have your unlock and your lock functions, your power side view mirror controls. If you press the L and the R buttons simultaneously, the power folding mirrors will power fold in. You get automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners. This button right here is going to restrict your passenger window privileges, and then you get quite a bit of storage space at the bottom of your door panel. With the Plus, you get power front seats, both get the thigh extension. The only difference here with the driver's seat is that you do get the 2 memory seat adjustment settings, whereas the passenger does not get the memory seat settings. But let's step on into the interior here, because here's what these seats look like themselves. But stepping on into the driver's seat, I'm going to close that door here. Like I mentioned at the start of this video, you don't get a push button start button, which I believe would normally be right there. Basically, when you sit in the seat, the vehicle turns on. So now I basically have access into the entire interior. So basically when I put my foot on the brake, put it into drive, then I get access into this screen right here. So basically I'm just going to lock the vehicle and walk you throughout to the controls here on the interior. So up top here, you get a vinyl wrap dash. You get an HVAC vent, and then you have your power opening lift gate right there. Now, as standard with the Plus, you do get heated front seats, which is definitely a nice feature here. But before we get into that kind of stuff, let's take a listen to the turn signal. That is what the turn signal sounds like. Not only is this your turn signal control stock, your high beam control stock, this is also your headlight control stock and your fog light control stock. So right now that's headlights automatic, headlights on, that is parking lights on and headlights off. All the way up, if you flip it up like that, that is going to turn your automatic high beams on or off. That is on. Flip it one more time, that is back off. And then this is to turn your front fog lights on, and then this is to turn the rear fog lights on, which I pointed out to you on the exterior part of the video. You also get a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So if you reach under here and you flip this down, that gives you access into your manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So you can push the steering wheel away from you, you can bring it towards you, and then it also moves up and down. And then once you find your comfortable position, you just lock it into place like that, and that is that. Now, this particular vehicle has been optioned with the $1,000 climate package, and with the climate package optioned, you get a heated steering wheel as well as heated rear seats and a heat pump. But if you wanted to turn your heated steering wheel on, you come over to here, you click this, and then you can see you get your heated steering wheel up top here. It is already on. You get 3 levels of adjustability here with your heated steering wheel, which is definitely nice to see. And like any other vehicle, you have your horn at the center. Let's take a listen to it. That is what the horn sounds like on this vehicle. Now, coming over to here, you have your cruise control settings. So if you wanted adaptive cruise, you would have to look into getting the ultimate trim level. And then coming on to this side of the steering wheel, this is to speak to the vehicle. This is going to bring you in between your different pages here on your 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. You have 2 display modes, calm and navi. I'll show you that in a minute. But anyways, this is to volume up, this is to volume down, that is to go backwards on a track, and that is to go forwards on a track. However, you see that circular button right there? If I click on that, that is going to pop up this screen, and now I can control the infotainment system with these buttons here. So yeah, these kind of buttons double as 2 different functions, if that makes sense. But anyways, yeah, I clicked on that button right there, and this is your 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster with the 2 display modes that I was talking about. I'll get into the display modes here in a second, but if you click on that button, it's gonna bring you into your trip computer. So see trip manual right here, you can reset that. The vehicle keeps track of this trip, so you can't do anything about this trip. The vehicle kind of resets that when it figures that it should. So basically, this is our current trip. And then if you wanted to reset that right there, you'd press and hold on that, and then that is going to reset those values right back down to 0. Again, you cannot do anything about these. And then that is your odometer. Clicking on that, that is going to close that system. And then this is just what the gauge cluster looks like in calm mode. So if I click this button, it's going to pop up Navi mode. So basically Navi mode is your navigation system at the center of that screen. But anyways, over here you have your speedometer. Then you have your digital speedometer readout. You have a speed limit sign right there. This is like letting you know if your lights are on, some driver assistance stuff. The ambient exterior temperature. It's letting you know who is unbuckled. Then it's letting me know that the parking brake is on. I got my battery stuff down here, battery percentage, you get the total range. And then basically if I floored this, see that little line right there? That line is going to come up all the way to here. However, let's say I'm like coming down a hill and the regenerative brakes are in action. This is going to come basically signifying that we are capturing the energy. So this, if this was all the way down here, that'd be capturing the maximum amount of energy that the vehicle can capture. Whereas like our opposite, if you brought it up to here, that is basically flooring the vehicle. So this is, capturing energy, this is using energy. And then you have your different transmission status stuff right down there. And that's kind of about it for what we got going on with that screen. And then like I mentioned on the exterior, you do get rain sensing wipers. So that is your wiper control stock there. One thing that's also interesting, or pretty cool actually, about Volvo products is that you see this thing right here. Let's say you go into a parking garage, you have a parking ticket. Well, basically, that is a parking ticket holder, so you can set your parking ticket right up top there if that is what you wanted to do. So that is definitely cool. And then coming over to here, this is your 9-inch Google-based infotainment system with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity. So you can see you have those HVAC vents on the outsides of the screen. This is basically your home screen. You get your map stuff, your audio stuff, Apple CarPlay stuff, and your range down here. So if I clicked on the range, this is what the screen looks like in here. This is your home button, and it brings you back into your home screen. And then you can see you have your camera button right there. That is going to pop up your camera system. If you click that button at the center, that is your 360-degree view camera system, and then you can go in between your different camera zones. This is driver side camera, passenger side camera, and then you have your rear view camera. And then I already went through this, but that is your front camera. And then you can turn your parking sensors on or off, and then you can also turn the rear auto braking system on or off as well with that screen. Clicking on this, again, that's your home button. Like I mentioned, heated front seats come standard with this vehicle. The heated steering wheel comes a part of the $1,000 climate package. But if you wanted to turn the heated passenger seat on, you just click that seat right there. You get 3 levels of adjustability for your heated front seats. You can see I'm at the middle setting for both the heated steering wheel and the heated seat. But if you wanted to go into the like climate control screen, you can see that little fan right there. So if you clicked on that, that is going to pop up the climate control system throughout the entire screen. That is what the climate control system looks like. You could dual zone climate control, by the way, as standard. I'm going to click the home button, bring me back into the home screen. If you wanted to go in between your different settings, you can click on that gear right there, and then you can go in between your different driving settings. You can turn the one pedal drive on or off. You can have your steering feel firm. You got your off-road mode if you wanted to go into, and then you got all your different driving aids. You can go into your sound settings here. This is basically your settings screen. I don't want to spend too much time on that. And then down here is your secondary menu. So this is what that screen looks like. You can go onto YouTube, which I think is really cool. So basically you can watch videos. Let's say you're at a doctor's appointment for your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or son, daughter, whatever. You can go onto YouTube and you can watch any YouTube video that you want with this screen here. I think that is really, really cool. So you could subscribe to people on this and then it'll come up on your home screen. I think that is a very, very cool feature. And then this is basically the rest of that screen throughout there. And then if you pull down on that, that is going to bring you into your notification screen. So you can see you got a couple different notifications here. And that's kind of about it for that screen. Coming down just a little bit more, you got your hazard button right here. The hazard button actually flashes with the hazards. I think that's pretty cool. Then you have your front and your rear defrosters, your tuning controls to go forwards and or backwards on a track. This is your volume control knob here, and then pressing on that is going to play or pause on a track. Coming down a little bit more, you get 2 USB-C ports down in there. You get a 12-volt power outlet as well as a wireless charging pad located all the way down there. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, so we're going to see if my phone fits in the wireless charging pad. Let's see. So it does actually fit in the wireless charging pad, and my phone is now charging in the wireless charging pad. And up top here, you see that little battery. That is letting me know that there is a phone charging in the wireless charging pad. Opening this up, you have a great spot. You could set your key fob down in there if that is what you wanted to do. Literally fits the key fob perfectly down in there. And then you get 2 cup holders here. This is your gear shift selector. Basically put your foot on the brake, pull back, that's drive, push forward all the way, that is reverse, and then push P to go into park. It not only puts you into park, but it also engages the emergency brake. One thing that I really like about XC40s is this little trash can right here. So let's say you fill this thing up with gum wrappers, it's time to take it out. Literally all you do is you lift it out, you bring it home, you dump it out like that, and then you just bring it right back in. So this is a removable trash can, and I really, really like that feature. You know, you don't realize how useful it is until you actually have it. Then you get a good amount of storage space down in there as well. And let's say your key fob battery dies, you would basically just have to set your key fob right there, and it's going to read the signal off, or the chip off of your key fob, and it's still going to let the vehicle turn on. So closing that back up, you get that Microtech wrapped armrest, accent colored stitching, and the armrest is padded. Then you get some more of that topographical look here on your dash. You do not get a lockable lower glove box, but you actually get quite a bit of storage space in the glove box down in there. You get 4 HVAC vents on the dash throughout here. You also get some speakers in your A-pillars. You get an auto-dimming rear view mirror with your home link on the bottom. You get you can open up 3 different garage bays with those 3 buttons there. Then you have your Volvo on-call stuff, basically like your roadside assistance between these buttons. That's letting you know who is buckled and who is not. If I click on that, that is going to turn all the interior dome lights on or off. One thing that you also get with the Plus is this panoramic roof with the roof shade. So with the Volvo XC40 Recharge, you basically just get a fixed roof with no shade, and the sunroof doesn't even open on the C40. So I like how this one actually does open, and then you also do get the power shade. That would definitely sway me personally into an XC40 over a C40. And then you just basically lightly swipe your finger back, and then that's going to bring the screen all the way back. If you apply a little bit more pressure, that is going to pop open the sunroof itself. And not only does this sunroof slide, it also does tilt as well. And then if you click that back one more time, it brings it all the way back. But that is that. Driver gets a light, passenger gets a light, both of which are LED. And if you wanted to tilt the sunroof, you just push on right there, and then the sunroof will tilt. And then just swipe back like this, and it's going to close right back up. Then opening this up, you get a vanity mirror, a vanity light, and a spot you can set any little paper product. And then do these slide forwards or backwards? Nope, they are fixed in position. Driver gets an OPU panel. Front passenger also gets an OPU panel on that side as well. And I would say, even if you were a taller person, I think you'd be pretty comfortable here in these front seats, because the seats themselves are nice and comfortable. But a couple things that I wanted to go over. Basically, With the Plus, highlighting the things that you get with the Plus, you get the panoramic roof, the 360-degree view camera system, the air purifier, which is new to the Plus for 2024. You also get the power front passenger seat. You get the Home Link, which is the universal garage door opener. You get the power folding second row headrests, and then you also get the 12-volt power outlets in the trunk, as well as the forward sensors and the rear sensors here with the Plus. And then, like I said, you get the wireless charging pad. Now I'm going to throw the entire window sticker on screen. You can take a look at whatever you want to, everything that you get as standard, a couple options that this vehicle has. But basically, I am just going to highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 2024 XC40 Recharge Plus extended range is spec'd is $59,650. Let me know your opinions on that price in the comment section down below. But I do believe this being a fully electric vehicle, you get up to a $7,500 tax credit. But I want to show you what we got going on here in these rear seats before moving into the driving portion of the video. So, okay, well, there we go. This is what the door panel looks like back here. You get a lock button here for the rear passengers. You get a little bit of storage space at the bottom of the door panel. But again, like I said, with that feature where you step out, it turns the vehicle off. I do not like that feature. I wish there was like a button that I could turn the vehicle on and off when I want it to turn on and off. That's kind of a gripe for me with this vehicle. I don't like that. But stepping on here into these rear seats, I am 5'9" and I am adjusted behind myself. I've got quite a bit of knee and leg room. Here's another view of my knee and leg room. Up top here, you have a light. You get an you get a seat back pocket behind the driver's seat. You get a seat back pocket behind the passenger seat. Just keep in mind they are mesh. Then you get two HVAC vents. Opening this up, you get two USB-C ports. You get the heated outboard second row seats, both with 3 levels of adjustability. That comes a part of the climate package. And then opening this up right here, you get 2 cup holders and a nicely padded armrest, and you get the same stuff over there on that side as well. You also get some you also get a spot you can set your dry cleaning here and right there as well. And then when it comes to headroom, being 5'9", I still have quite a bit of headroom left over as well. But really, that's kind of about it for what we got going on here with the XC40 Recharge. So, you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm assuming you guys do as well. So I'll see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, now onto the driving portion of the video. One thing I like about EVs is just how zippy they are. And boom, we are right in traffic. That is one thing I really like about EVs, and that's why I think an EV would make for a great daily driver, is just because of how zippy they are. I mean, it just makes driving so easy. You know, you don't have to wait for a downshift or anything like that, because the power is just there, and that is something that I definitely really enjoy about driving EVs. Now, the new single motor extended range XC40 Recharge is all new for 2024, and while it may not be as quick as the dual motor, it is still plenty quick, and you get an additional 39 miles of range over the dual motor XC40 Recharge. Now, I do believe that they also upped the range of the 2024 dual motor range as well. I think it's like 20 or 30 miles, which is definitely an improvement. Maybe 10, 15, 20, 30, something like that. I can't remember the exact mileage of what, you know, the range was upped from 2023 to 2024. I also do know that with the dual motor, they are also using a new rear electric motor that makes a little bit more power. The front motor in 2024 makes a little bit less power, but it still has the same combined output as the 2023 model year. But back to the single motor here, plenty quick. Like, it still has that EV punch. And one thing I really like about Volvos is they're very well insulated from the outside world. So take a listen to what this thing sounds like cruising at about 55 miles an hour. Going over some bridge joints. You can see it is very well insulated from the outside world. And then one thing that I also really like about you know, the Volvo Recharge line of products is that at least with the XC40 here, for example, right, it looks very similar to the gas variant of the XC40. So it's not like some sort of outlandish EV futuristic styling that looks very weird. They made it feel very normal, which is something that I really like about Volvo EV products, because a lot of, you know, new EVs, they look too outlandish, they look way too out there and just weird, in my opinion. And that's where I think, you know, certain companies are going to get a little bit of a bump over other EV companies, or I guess car companies, is they're going to get a little bit more of a bump, because I think people want to buy something that looks normal, not something that looks super futuristic, outlandish and stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion, and I think Volvo did a great job with that, because this looks very similar, if not pretty much the same, as the gas-powered variant of the XC40. The only real difference, I guess you would say, would be not only the recharge badging, but also how it has the grille panel instead of the open grille that you get with a gas-powered vehicle. Now, obviously, you can also tell, very punchy. That is something that I like. You can see right there, it is capturing the energy. Right now I have one pedal driving on. Basically what one pedal driving is you just drive with the accelerator. Right now I'm not hitting the brakes, I'm just letting off the accelerator just ever so slightly, and it is bringing me to a stop. Again, I have not hit the brakes once, and that is something that I really like. Here's floored, up a hill. So you can see it is, you know, still relatively quick, you know, especially like that 0 to 20 punch is like, boom, it is right there. However, it is, you can definitely tell a difference between this and the dual motor. Obviously, the dual motor is quicker. But again, like I was saying, if you're just looking for more range and you don't need all-wheel drive, and you know, you still want something that's punchy, well, this is still plenty punchy. It's just not as punchy as the dual motor, but it's still got plenty of get up. It's just got more electric range. So if you're looking for more range, then you might want to look into getting the extended range. But again, just keep in mind the extended range only comes in rear wheel drive. So just keep that in mind. You do get 293 miles of range with the extended range. With the dual motor, you get 39 less miles than the extended range. Now we're going to do another little mild acceleration from a slower speed. Get to about 20, and then I'm just going to floor it. See that instant punch, and then boom, right at the speed limit. So that is something that EVs is very nice about EVs. They're just super, super punchy. They've got that instant oomph. So I definitely really like that. And you can see when I floor it, you can see it fills in that upper area, and then when I let off, the regenerative braking are capturing the energy, so it's charging. You can see that. So that is what the one pedal driving system is, basically just driving with the accelerator, and it actually makes driving very, very easy, and that is definitely something that I really appreciate with EVs, is the one pedal driving system. It just makes life easy. And again, just a very nice vehicle here. You know, it's plenty quick. Even with this being the single motor setup, still plenty quick. It gets very good range. Yeah, no, not quite Tesla Model Y range. You know, this has about, you know, 37 less miles of range than the Model Y long range. But it's a Volvo, you know what I mean? It's very solid. It's not just basically like a car with an iPad in the center, which is basically what the Tesla Model Y is. You know, you still get the Volvo build quality. You still get, you know, a normal looking interior. You still get a normal looking exterior. And the build quality with Volvo is much better than the build quality that you get with Tesla. So those are just some variables you might want to take into consideration, you know, as you're shopping around for an EV SUV. Personally, for me, I would definitely put the XC40 on my short list of vehicles, just because I think it looks good. It is very well built. It's plenty quick. It's, you know, might not have quite the amount of range that the Model Y long range has, but, you know, it's getting there, and it's still it's a great vehicle. You know, it's comfortable, it looks good, it doesn't look crazy. You get more than just an iPad, like I was saying, and it's just a great overall vehicle. But that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot reach my goal without your support. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything from this video, please just take a second, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and hit that subscribe button. Like I said, the likes and comments in particular look very good for my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and that is what helps me grow. So I'd appreciate it if you do those 3 things. But again, that's it for today's video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.